It's the first time Osama bin Laden has appeared in a tape for 3 years. The world's most wanted man looks older, heavier, and with a darker beard. His message contains no specific threats, but is aimed directly at the American people.
Timing is obviously designed to coincide with the 6th anniversary of the September 11th attacks on New York and Washington. But I don't know what kind of impact it's really going to have. I think largely Americans are yawning. I think 6 years on, we haven't seen an attack here in the American homeland or a serious attack against American interests abroad. And I think the American public is kind of shrugging their shoulders.
The tape appears at times to be a lecture to Americans on the failure of their leaders to stop the war in Iraq, despite growing opposition to it within the country.
So it is a new image of Osama bin Laden. He's saying to the Arabs, to the Muslims, here I am. I am actually talking about the future. I'm also talking about the ideology of al-Qaeda. I am analyzing what's happening in the international scene. I am analyzing what's happening in Iraq. It is not only Ayman al-Zawahiri who is actually playing the role of the ideologist of al-Qaeda. I am the spiritual leader. I am number one. I am the man who is in control. So it is very, very significant tape.
It calls on American people to embrace Islam as a way of ending the war in Iraq and solving other issues. The 30-minute recording also contains references that help date it and suggest bin Laden is still alive. He mentions the Democrats' election victory in the US Congress last November, Nicolas Sarkozy's election as French president in July, and recent events in Iraq. The US government's still trying to authenticate the video, but if it is him, the tape marks bin Laden's first appearance since he threatened fresh attacks against the United States just days before the last presidential election. Bin Laden is wanted for the September 11th, 2001 attacks on New York and Washington, blamed on al-Qaeda. He's evaded capture ever since, despite a huge manhunt and a $25 million bounty on his head. John Terrett, Al Jazeera.